Okay, so for my next one, I'm back into my Google Drive. Now, obviously, I've been doing a bit of work here. It's getting a bit messy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tidy things up. Okay, so I'm going to press New, and I'm going to create a new folder. Now, all these bits need to be put together. So I'm going to put Math Worksheets. Can't spell. And create that new folder. Okay, so a folder is obviously what you can store these loose documents in. And by loose documents, I mean that all these documents here. So what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to go to my grid view, and it's going to change it so it looks a bit like this. I find this is easier when I want to group things together and move them around. So you saw my folder at the top. So I'm going to select a few of these files here. And all I'm going to do, click too many. The mouse functionality is quite quick here. So I've made a mistake, so I'm just going to click outside the box. I'm going to start here. It will let me get rid of this. I'm going to click this one. Oh, it doesn't want to let me do that. Let's go there. So we'll use this method. So we're going to click one. I'm going to click all the ones that I want to. Remember to keep your finger on the control button. Okay, all the ones that I want. And in fact, I'm going to include a bit more. So I'm going to double click and then drag. Okay, and include those. Now I'm going to click the top one here. Several options here. You can take it and drag it into the new folder. So I'll show you the dragging method. So I'm going to double click it, hold on to it, and all the files come together. You can see all 10 files are one. I'm just going to hold, still keep your finger down, and get it right to the top. It might take a while. It looks like it's quite high up. We're going to be there forever, aren't we? It's having a very slow day. So you can see I've got so many. I'm actually going to stop. This is just painful to watch. So I'm actually going to start again. I'm going to drag these. So I'm going to start here, click on it. Now I'm going to include it and drag as many of these files as I can get to before I see a different one. This drive isn't one that I use very often. So I'm going to keep going, still got my finger on it. It's grouping them all together. Okay, now up to here. Now it only works in rows and columns. And once I've got that done, I'm going to click on one of them really fast and then move them around. And you'll see that I've got 70 documents now. Now this is less painful. I'm going to move it to the top, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to drag them into this math worksheet folder that I created. So if I hover it over, you'll see that the folder's gone blue. It means that's where they're going. Let go, and it's put them all in there. So now hopefully my drive is looking a bit tidier because I've just got rid of 70 loose files and now put them in a math worksheet file. It just means that that folder will need to be tidied up now. Right, so I'm going to go back down and show you the other method. And just wait for it to stop thinking for a bit. Here we go. So yeah, you can see the bar's got much smaller now, so there's a lot less hanging around. But there are still some loose files out there. So again, I'm going to drag a few more together. Way too many. The functionality is really sensitive at the moment. I'm going to just pressing Control and taking off the ones I don't want to be included. So Control and click, and it takes off the ones that I don't need. Okay. So now this time I'm going to right click on my mouse, and you'll see that it brings up options. So this time I'm going to move them to, and I can decide what folder it is that I want to move them to. And once it comes up, I'm going to move them to this math worksheets. Okay, because I've got the folder actually included in there. Let's close that. So I need to actually control, I didn't realize that they were clicked as well. Okay, so right click again, move them to, and then hopefully I should be able to, there. So now the folder is available. I'm going to move them into the math worksheet folder. Press move. And they should all go in there. Okay, and now obviously when I click in there, now I've got another set of loose files. And I can create another folder and drag the ones that I need in there as well and do the whole process again.